we have some crazy things to talk about. And I just want to say something first before we get to the videos. We're 9.5 years old here at Rebel News. Before that, I was at Sun News. Before that, I was at Western Standard. I've been doing right-wing populist journalism for most of my life. And we have a very bright line on our left, things that are too liberal, too socialist, too authoritarian for us. But we also have a line to our right. And what I mean is, you can hate the system, you can hate Justin Trudeau, but I've always said, don't say Trudeau for treason. Don't call him a traitor for a couple reasons. First of all, that's overdoing it. He's probably just wrong. And we shouldn't criminalize wrongness.
Right.
And by the way, if you do criminalize wrongness, they're going to use that on you. Do you really think that the first politician to be prosecuted for being a traitor is going to be Trudeau? It'll be more likely Tamara Leach or Ezra Levant or Sheila Gunn-Reid or Danielle Smith. So don't think for a second that if you weaponize and criminalize political differences, it'll be us versus, it'll be what they're doing to Donald Trump.
Right.
And so for 10 years, I've resisted our team calling Trudeau a traitor, even or more sharply, treason, because treason is a legal term of art. It actually means something. It actually means you are deliberately, with malice aforethought, selling out your own country. It's not just you have a different path for your country or a different opinion. Oh, I think this is the right way for Canada as opposed to this way. No, you are knowingly subverting your country to another country. And
not just another country, to a foreign enemy.
Right, right. And I always thought, that's too far. Yeah. But I don't think I can say that anymore. No. I think there is enough evidence that there is actual treason going on that I don't think we can sort of have. It's not like we had a ban on that word, but I always said to people, do not mistake you hating someone for them being a criminal. Don't go there. That's too far. But what do you make of what's going on? And Sheila, you've been following this very closely.
I have been following it very closely. I've been watching all the committee hearings going on about this recent national security report that says that there are unnamed numbers of unnamed MPs who have been identified by security agencies as working directly with China. And this is not just relying on China to get you elected, like Han Dong and Parm Bains in the lower mainland of BC. These are MPs who continue to work with a foreign enemy to advance the agenda of the foreign enemy. And that, I'm not a legal expert, that sounds a lot like treason.
Yeah. And what's so stunning in these last few days since these revelations came out is that there are names that have been named, but the political leaders are not. They're refusing to release the names. They know who they are. They're just saying, we won't release the names, which, I mean, I find that astonishing. Are there any particular clips you think are some of this insanity up the most clear? Here's Chrystia Freeland.
Let's watch Chrystia Freeland this morning. And, I was watching committee hearing just before I came in, catching up from yesterday. Dominic LeBlanc, public safety minister, he is privy to these names. He won't put them forward. He's been asked time and time again. He knows there are names. He's perfectly comfortable with Canadians passing a vote for an MP that has been compromised unwittingly. And this is how I know for sure that it is Liberal MPs.
Well, let's start with Olivia. Do you have the Dominique LeBlanc?
I think I just posted it before I came on. So it's quite a long clip. So you might have to go to the end of it. It's with Frank Caputo.
So
let's watch Freeland while you're looking for
that. Let's do that.
Is your government prepared to send voters to the polls without knowing if the person that they're voting for is colluding with a foreign power?
Okay, thank you for the question. And let me start by saying our government takes foreign interference in Canada, in Canadian democracy, very seriously. We have put in place more tools to fight foreign interference than any previous government. Our colleague, the Minister of Public Safety, testified extensively on this issue to the House of Commons Committee yesterday. One of the things he said, which I'd like to reinforce, is that law enforcement bodies of jurisdiction are seized of the issue.
That's not an answer, by the way.
No.
Quick answer to that question.
Please don't put words in my mouth. Let me be clear. We take foreign interference in Canadian democracy very seriously, as I think do all Canadians. I think we all know how precious our democracy is, how lucky we are to live in a democracy, and that this is a time in the world when democracy is under threat. That's why our government has put in place enhanced tools to fight foreign interference in Canada. That's important, and we've done that. Our colleague, the Minister of Public Safety, testified at length before the House of Commons Committee yesterday about this issue. Among other things, he said that the appropriate law enforcement bodies are seized of the issue, and I have nothing to add today beyond that.
Would you mind repeating
Next
in French?
question.
Next question. Next question. You know, Chrystia Freeland has been skating with that little tactic for 9 years. And I think this is the closest we've come to a journalist pushing back. First of all, thank you for the question. Let me be clear. So both of those are lower the energy, buy her some time. Then she gives a completely unrelated message track for like a full minute.
Yeah.
By which time you're slightly sleepy, hypnotized, and you've forgotten the question.
Yeah, she uses the tone of a kindergarten teacher trying to tell us all why we should keep our hands to ourselves and also raise our hands before we go to the bathroom.
And she was asked again, but she's almost never asked again. Thank you for thanking me. Thank you for being very clear about something else. But can you answer the question? Are you going to go to the polls before you let people know who these spies are? And she didn't answer again. And she looked uncomfortable. And the fact that a handler cut things off was very telling.